Hi everyone, it's Adriana here with another video for Couture Creations. Today I'm going to showcase this new Seaside Me hot foil stamps. Now there are 12 different hot foil stamps in the collection to be used with the Go Press and Foil machine. Today I'm going to show you just a couple of them. The first one I'm going to show you is the angelfish. Now in this angelfish you actually get two. Aren't they gorgeous? So this is from the Seaside Me hot foil stamp collection. The next one is the starfish, and it's quite detailed. It's got little dots on there, so it will show up really beautifully on all the projects with the foil. And the other one is the tall ship. Now this one here is actually a very special one because it actually is a die to actually cut that out, but I'll show that in another segment. Now, with your Go Press and Foil machine, you need to have the Go Press and Foil machine heat activated foils. Did you know that there are 76 different colours? This is a gorgeous one. This is called cyan foil. I've got an iridescent triangular pattern on it, and it just reflects on any colour that's surrounding the area. Probably doesn't show very well here on the screen, but it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful to go with this collection of the Seaside Me. Very, very beautiful. Now each roll is 5 meters in length, and once you've taken them out of the packaging, they tend to lose, or they tend to unravel. So now we have the sealing tabs. These tabs just secure the ends of all your foils so they don't unravel. Isn't that a great idea? And there's 5 different colors, so depending on your foil, you wouldn't put a blue one with a blue one. Try to put a different color so you can see where the tab is. Fabulous. I think it's a great product, that one. Now this one here is a really lovely one. It's actually a clear foil, and as you can see, you could do projects, mixed media projects with that, which I'm going to actually show you today. So one side is very, very glossy. You can see it's really, really shiny, and the other side is a very matte finish. So obviously the glossy side is the side that is like the foil. So I'm going to show you a card and use some inks to show you how to use that clear foil. So here I have the Go Press and Foil machine, and I've actually placed the starfish and the 2 angelfish on the platform. This is a magnetic tool that is a pick and lift tool that actually comes with your Go Press and Foil machine, and is fabulous for when they are really, really hot. You don't want to touch the surface of your platform when it's really hot, and your hot foil stamps will get hot too. So here I am just putting a few pieces of the cyan foil on top of each hot foil stamp. I'm now going to place my cardstock on which the foil will heat activate onto my cardstock. Now every machine is different. I've been trying my machine for many times, and I've been using it quite a bit, and I know exactly what I need to just give that extra pressure when going through my die cutting machine. And with my machine I just need an extra piece of paper, and I've just labeled it shim because it's just a paper shim, and you can reuse it over and over again. So I'm going to let that there for a few moments just to heat activate, and once the green light is on, I'll slide the platform off, and using my Go Cut and Emboss machine, I will slowly run it through my machine, and this will activate all the hot foils onto the hot foil plate onto my cardstock. Now I am not going to fast forward this because I want to show you exactly how slow I'm going. As you can see, I'm not going fast. I'm going really, really slowly, and I'm going up and then I'm going back. This is all you need to do. You don't need to really go fast. If you go fast, it won't give enough time for the foil to actually activate with your hot foil stamp. So see how slowly I'm going, and I'm going backwards now. So I just went forward once and then forward and then back. So once I've done that, I'm actually going to gently lift the lid off and taking my paper shim off. Now this can be reused, don't throw this away, you'll use it over and over again. And then I have my cardstock, and you'll see I'll have the foiling of the starfish. Now that's very hot, so be careful, ladies. I have the foiling of starfish. Isn't that gorgeous? Now don't throw away these little pieces. Keep them for other projects. I'll show you another segment on how to use that. And one of the angelfish. Isn't the colour gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Now you can save these pieces for other projects. You can actually use double-sided tape and use this foil for another project, but that's another segment. Isn't it beautiful? So that's the leftover, and that's the actual finished foiling of the starfish and the two angelfish. Aren't they beautiful? Look at how the colour just picks up. Beautiful. So now I'm using the other heat activated foil, which is a clear one. So as it says, it will be clear. So there's no colour, but you can see there's sort of like a pearly effect. Now one side's glossy, one side is matte. Now of course I never cut this in advance because then I get confused about which side is glossy and which colour is matte. So what I tend to do is I cut it there and then or when I need to use it. So I know the outside is the foil and that's the glossy side, and the inside is a very matte finish. So I'm just going to cut now a piece of foils to place on top of my hot foils. See how one side is matte and the other side's glossy. So I'm placing my cardstock on top. And my paper shim. Now I forgot to tell you I'm using two pieces of paper shim. Each machine is different, so just be aware of what your machine. Just have a practice, have a go. You'll get to know your machine and you'll get to know what the combination is. Write it all down. So every time I use this hot foil stamp, I maybe need to use two shims. So I'm running it through my Go Cut and Emboss machine, and as you can see, I'm going really slow. That is the key, going slow. You're not cutting dies. When you're cutting dies, you tend to just wind it through. When doing hot foil stamping, you need to go a little bit slower. So the Go Press foil machine, I'm taking the shim of papers off and my cardstock with the foil sheets. I'm just peeling it off, and as you can see, it has a beautiful pearlized see-through starfish on the cardstock, and here are the angelfish. Now this is going to be great using inks and paints on top of this image, especially distress oxides are fabulous. They will resist any colour and they will be almost coming out through like a pearly white image on your project. But I'll show you what to do with that next. Now remember, using your pickup tool to pick them up because it will be very hot. So here are two cards that I've created. One is an easel card and one is just a normal 5x7 card. I'll talk about the easel card first. Do you remember those two angelfish that I did with the blue beautiful cyan foiling? Well, I just cut them out. There they are. I just cut them out and placed them on my card with foam tape. I've used other dies from the collection of Seaside Me, which I've listed on the blog and on the description below. I've also used a hot foil stamp saying happy birthday, and I've placed it on some distressed oxide paper that I've just used and decorated it with all the Seaside and Me dies. There's a coral reef, the seashells, and my gorgeous little crab. I love him, he's gorgeous. And there's a happy birthday in the same colour, in the cyan foil. Now, these are all done individually, and then I put them all together on the card. That's my easel card. So that's one card. My other card was done with the clear foil. So once you have the clear foil, that first of all, that's the starfish. I did 2 of those and cut them out and put them on my card with foam tape. And then for my clear angel foiled fish, these, once you've used inks or paints over them, they will appear clear, and that's the end result. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm going to show you how to get that effect. Now, normally you would use a heat gun to dry the oxide layers, but I'll just show you how to do one layer, and then you'll get the sort of the gif of how to do that. So once you've foiled your fish or starfish or whatever hot foiling you need to do on your cardstock, you're going to get your distress oxides. I've just used 3 colours of distress oxides. I've rubbed them on my craft mat, and once I've got those colours, the colours that you want, I just get a little bit of water and spritz a little bit of water on the actual ink to make the ink run and also mix together really well. So you'll see the ink sort of bubble once you sprayed a bit of water. So I'm going to take my cardstock with the 2 beautiful little angel fish, and I'm just going to apply some ink all over the card. See how it's resisted? Now I'm just going to do 1 layer of inks, but with the distress oxide, the more layers you do in between drying each one, the better the effect. But I'm just going to give you the idea of how it sort of works with using this clear foil. It's almost acting like a resist, like embossing. Now I'm just going to use a bit of paper towel just to give a dry off some of that ink, but also this paper towel's got a bit of a wavy ridge on it, so it sort of gives a bit of a sort of a watery effect to the actual inks. So now I'm going to just heat dry that with a heat gun, and then before I do that, I'm just going to wipe a little bit of the inks off the actual fish, just to make it more clear that they are there. Okay, so I'll probably do a little bit more blue on adding a bit more blue with that, just so we can highlight the actual fish on that card. Okay, so that's just a run through of using hot foil stamps with mixed media. One that you could use on your cardstock and then applying ink, like I've done in this card. And the other one is just applying it on a card and then cutting it out for your projects, as I've done in my easel card with the fish just cut out once I've actually foiled them and applied them onto my card with some foam tape. So I hope you've enjoyed my video on how to use hot foil stamps and the Go Press and Foil machine with this beautiful collection from the Seaside and Me. Thanks for watching. Bye.